Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 42 of Direwolf20's Modern Skyblock series. Today we've got Embers going on. That's the plan. Don't know if you noticed, but it was raining when I first logged in, and it's been raining for the last 10 minutes. I don't know how long a Minecraft day is, but wow, did I wait a really long time for that rain to stop. Or at least get to the point where I could sleep so that the rain would stop. And it finally did because I slept, and now I'm ready to roll. So, without further ado, let's do questing. So Dawnstone, that's what's up. So last episode, we got ourselves some Embers-related goodies, right? We got ourselves a stamper and a stamper base, we got a mixer centrifuge, we got an Ember Activator, and we got some Embers-related stuff. I think I'm going to put my mechanism configurator away for a minute, along with this guy. Last episode, we totally got the basics of Embers going. Today, we're going to hopefully progress and get stuff done. So, first off, we're going to have to get our Ember Activator cooking. And I'm going to have to remember how the Ember Activator works. Does Embers have a book? I feel like it did, right? Embers totally has a book. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it did. Doesn't it? I'm like 98% sure it had a book. That was a really cool looking book, by the way. I remember it being a really cool looking book, but I don't know that I've played it in 1.12. So I'm kind of wondering where the book went. Didn't it exist? Pretty sure it existed. Maybe I should find that book. Let's come back in a sec once I find it in here. Hey, there it is. Ancient Codex. I knew we had a book. That was it. Ancient Codex. It requires a couple drops. So these things and this makes the Ancient Codex. Excellent. Now we can remember how this mod works. I do remember the book-ish. I remember the book existing. So I kind of remember there needing to be lava, right? Didn't there need to be lava? If not one source, like 8 sources all around it. Isn't that right for the Ember Activator, dude? So let's see. All the things. Cool. Augment smithing, transmutation, metallurgic constructs, natural energy. So ember bore, crystallized ember, ember activator is an energy device, finally allowing you to extract usable energy from ember crystals. Simply insert said crystals and shards into the bottom of the device using a hopper or other item transport method, and soon, marked by a power burst, activated ember will appear in the copper cage atop the machine. Is that it? Pressure refinery. While Activator can refine crystalline ember, it produces only a modest amount. The pressure refinery is a means of getting much higher yields per crystal. It requires both water and ember to be pumped into it, resulting in a default 1.5x yield from the activator. However, placed on a metal block with lava or fire around it, it can reach up to 3x yields depending on how many hot blocks are around the base. That's what's up. So pressure refinery, can I make one of those? And is that a quest? Let's find out. So, boom, ba-doop, boop, boop. Ash, Alchemy, automated firing, advanced. I don't see it in there. So let's make it. Block of copper. That looks... Does that need copper? I mean, it seems totally reasonable. It seems absolutely doable. Right? Doesn't that seem like super ingeniously easy? Yeah, block of copper plus a furnace yields the pressure refinery, which sounds cool. And that goes underneath the thingy, right? Let's put you here. The pressure refinery means getting yields. It requires both water and ember to be pumped into it, resulting in that. However, if placed on a metal block with lava around it, it can reach up to 3x yields. So does the pressure refinery come... like, is it its own thing? I kind of forget. Or does it go on underneath the thingy? So like, let's get a metal block base. Like iron sounds ideal, and we're going to ultimately need about 8 blocks of lava, right? So does the pressure refinery go here? Oh, hello, pressure refinery. Cool. So he needs water and 8 sources of lava around him. Okay, how did I only end up with 7 of those? Well, not gonna worry. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. And here. That should work, yes. Derpy dire elevators. Yeah, that looks like it'll work, right? Boom. Yeah, I like it. Now, I do think they all have to be sources. So let's get ourselves, like, just a few more buckets. Make sure that happens. How much, you are out of crucible inserter resources. Blaze powder. So lava, lava. I think it's 4 blaze per item, right? Blaze powder block? Yeah, 4 blaze per item. So, we could probably use a little bit more blaze and gunpowder, please. At some point, I'll have better access to this stuff. Now we're talking. So you guys go away. You do 1 big explosion. Boom. And then you can do that, that, and that to get me more lava. Please and thank you. Cool. Now I kind of remember this thing also needing ember power to get more ember. Does that make sense at all? It sounds right. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've really played with embers much. Wow, that is fast eatings right there. And then 1 more source block and we should be cool. Grab an extra just to be safe. That looks good to me. Alright, cool. So then you also needed water pumped into you, it said. So let's go grab our mechanical pipes and thinking I might want to make another pump from mechanism, especially if we're going to be pumping water in frequently. Well, you know what? Let's for now just manually put water in there, though it may require piping. A bucket interaction may not work. Oh yeah, well, that you guys are gonna laugh. That is gonna be, I'm gonna get a lot of YouTube comments about that, aren't I? That's something I'm gonna, okay. We'll be back in a minute once I clean this up and dump more lava here. Oh, and for the record, you can right click the bottom tank and you're good to go. So it looks like it's working. I don't know how much ember's in there, but isn't there like a valve or something from embers that tells me how much is in there? Atmospheric gauge? No, doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right. Ember dial? That sounds right. Copper, paper, and a compass. Alright, that sounds doable. Paper, copper, and a compass. So, compass. I guess we'll just see how much ember it made. 1,000 ember. Sweet. So if I throw like these shards in there, this thing should start making ember. Cool. All right, not too shabby. So now we've got ember. So now if we want to get the ember out of here, we need the ember receptor and the ember emitter. And as I recall, emitters are bound to receptors. So can you go on top? And they're in the book here. There's instructions on this. A bin? Yeah, probably not. So back a page. Machinations of fire. Is this where we get stuff? Ember transfer? Yeah, that sounds good. Copper cell. I think this is your storage. Cool. I don't know if we'll need a lot of ember, but this is it. There we go. Ember emitters and ember receptors. So place an emitter on the ember container, place a receptor down on another ember container, shift right click the receptor, and then right click the emitter. So if I want to get ember power into this dude, what I need to do is put this, shift right click this side, and then right click that side, and we should see boom, particle effects. Boom, particle effects. Maybe you need a lever? Did you need a lever? I feel like you needed a lever at some point. Is that, am I remembering that correctly? Power the emitter with redstone and Ember Burst should begin to flow. Haha, called it. Oh, it's almost like Dire remembers this mod a little bit. Hey, there we go. Bing! We've got Ember flowing. Sweet. So your mixer centrifuge is good. So let's look up how to use that thing. I'm assuming I have to pipe it in with a hopper, kind of like I did other stuff. So there's your stamper. There's your melter. Using the power of activated Ember, you have devised a way to melt down objects. When the melter's bottom block is provided with Ember, it will melt down meltable items in its top block into their liquid state, where the molten fluid can be piped out for external use. So I didn't make a melter yet, did I? Did I make a melter? I made a stamp-based, and I made a stamper. That was definitely part of the quest book. Mixer centrifuge. Uses Ember to mix 2 different molten metals and make alloys. Right. Molten metals we didn't get to yet, so we need a melter. Melter from Embers. Cool. Easy peasy looking. That requires a commonite plate, which is a raw okay, cool. Yeah, I've got those things. If I don't have them, I can get them easily enough. Let's do real quick. Cool. There you go. Adios. Flat stamp, carbonite plate. We do have some carbonite blend. So I might need to smelt 4 of these real quick. Go. And a melter's good to go. Neat. So this thing needs to receive Ember power as well. And then we're going to have to figure out piping for you, right? So let's put a receptor here and shift right click him and right click you. And neat. You seem to be doing your thing. So I can... for the melter, like, so I wanted copper and gold is the combination for Dawnstone, right? Dawnstone is molten Dawnstone, melting recipe, mixing recipe, copper and gold. Okay, cool. So can I right-click you into the bottom of this thing, or is it another hopper deal? Well, you seem to have done something. Gold ingot, that's cool. Melter, 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 melter. When the melter's bottom block is provided with Ember, it melts down multiple liquids in its top block. Aha. Now he tells me. And yes, I know he told me before. You might want... I actually don't know if you require line of sight, but you might want it. And you're groovy in terms of your embers? Yeah, you're alright. Hey, now we're seeing smoke particle effects. That's a good sign. Beautiful. Yeah, 20,000 Ember is what's in there. So a little bit more sharding in there. Sweet. Hey, we've got a tank of molten... Nice. All right, cool. So then we want to pipe the liquid out, right? Stamper, mixer centrifuge. Yeah. Each face of the bottom of the centrifuge is its own tank. When fluid is pumped into these tanks in a particular combination and the top block of the centrifuge is given Ember, a molten alloy will be created, which will be pumped out of the block. Cool. So does Ember have its own liquid transfer mechanics? I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not sure if I can use this with... Yeah, it's 144 millibuckets, so even if it were... So let's get our mechanism pipes. And here's what we're going to do. As I recall... are these them? Basic mechanical pipes? Yeah, let's make 1 or 2 more of these if we can. Couple steel, and we should be good to go. Basic mechanical pipes. 2 sets of them should be good. And remember that thing I put away a little bit ago? We're going to need it. What I'm going to do is, it's the bottom of the mixer centrifuge. Each side has its own thing, it said, right? That's how the melter works, and that's kind of how I remember things. Each face of the bottom centrifuge has its own tank. So what I'm going to want to do then is pipe out of here And we're going to turn that off and extract out of view. And what should happen is we should, I'm thinking it goes to like the first valid tank. So if I throw another gold in there, well, I didn't want all of them. How about like, you know, one more gold, right? You should immediately go in there, and what we'll have is another 144 of gold in that first tank. Well, like that tank, that one, yes. Cool. So now if I throw a couple copper in there, what we should see is the copper will melt and go to a different tank because it can't be in the same tank as the gold. Theoretically? Theoretically, that's what should be happening, but it's not. Push. Okay, cool. Oh boy, what's happening now? Oh, yeah, it probably made Dawnstone, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Nice. All right, well, that'll work. So what I'm going to do is set you... Yeah, for now, that's cool. I might have to do that a little bit manual until we get to the point where we're doing that more. And now it's time for the stamper, right? So stamper requires two parts, the stamper itself and the stamper base. Place the stamper 2 blocks above the stamper base. Give it Ember as well as a particular stamp. Right. Pipe molten metal into the stamper base, and the stamper should begin to process it. You may place a bin beneath the stamper base to automatically collect the products. Okay, so the stamper and the stamper. Place the stamper 2 blocks above the base. Give it Ember. Right, so the stamper 2 blocks above the base. Give it Ember. So stamper 2 blocks above the base and give it Ember. Right. So let's put you here. 2 blocks. Now, 2 blocks above the base, does that mean 2 blocks between it? Or... Yeah, 2 blocks above the base could be interpreted in 2 different ways, right? 2 blocks... I think it's just... I want to say it's actually this. That looks and makes a little bit more sense to me. So if I did... this, oops, put you in fluids mode, disconnected you, pulled you in extract mode, you should fill up with Dawnstone now. Okay. And then I think I have to give you a bar stamp. Actually, I think I have to give you a bar stamp, and then I need another receptor to accept, assuming that you have the stuff. Is that cool? Hey, Dawnstone, quest complete. Called it. Nice. And that should wind up with 4 bars of Dawnstone. Nice. That's what's up. Okay. Making progress. Making progress. All right, cool. I remember this mod. I wish there was more to this mod. This mod looked really promising, and then I don't know if it's gotten a lot of updates. I guess we'll see, because we'll play with it a little bit. But hey, that's Dawnstone. So what's up? Quest complete. Nice. So if I want to knock these 3 guys out, I'm assuming that I kind of have to do everything. So a spec die leads into alchemy with embers and ash and fire in my laser. So let's do a spec die. Iron, copper, lead, silver, and Dawnstone aspectus. Before you get into embers, you're going to need a spec die. So iron aspectus is a stamping recipe. Ember shard, plate stamp, iron aspectus with molten iron. Okie dokie smoky. Is there an spec die section in here? Metallurgic components. Metal spec die. Wrapping molten metal around an ember shard, you have decided that these items can focus on chemical energy produced by burning ash in particular amount of alignment when placed on alchemy vessels. Yeah, okay, cool. So I think what I need to do, like, so let's say, and let's get you to come off of here for a minute. So if I wanted to remove this connection and this connection. And obviously this is a little bit derpy, right? But basically what I'd want to do is have an Ember shard in here, just one, right? There. And then the stamp has to be the plate stamp, not the bar stamp. So remove this guy, put this guy in, put an iron ingot in there. He should be melting the iron should go into here, and then the plate stamp should stamp and make the spec die. And my face is making that like maybe face. Hey, that totally worked. Maybe I should not be making a spec die right next to... There we go. You knew one of those was going to like fall into the lava at some point, right? So for the quest, you want all of them, right? Copper, lead, silver, and dawnstone. So I've got most of those metals on me, except silver. So let's go get... Got literally 7 silver ingots because direwolf. So I wonder if I can put 4 more of these in all at once. It looks like it accepts that. So now if I put, oh, nope, give me those back. Let's just do 1 silver ingot and see what happens now. So that should melt. There goes the silver, and boom. Nice, and then you've got 3 more in there, perfect. All right, and then there's copper and lead. So copper, lead, and dawnstone. So this will make all the spec die that I need. Yay, it's raining. I'm gonna put these guys in here for the time being. I can void you guys. I can hang on to the rest of you, but you can go away. As can you guys for the time being. And that one's done. So did you detect all those? All right, dawnstone's the last one. So that'll make that guy with my last ember shard that's sitting in there, and that'll be that quest. Easy peasy. Hooray! Quest complete. Nice. Alright, so with that quest completed now, ash. The cinder plinth uses ember to turn mundane materials into ash. I'm going to craft that off camera because I don't like it raining. So I'm going to go deal with the fact that it's raining and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. And in the interim, while I was waiting for the rain to stop, just a little bit of off-camera crafting. Figured nobody would complain too much about that. A little bit of off-camera crafting, just a smidge. Dun 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 dun. Carbonite bricks. I need 2 of you, please. And now we're cooking. Ding ding ding. Just knocked out some crafting quests. So dawnstone we did. So we can mark this dude complete. Fire in my laser. I crafted the beam cannon, so that's cool. I did craft the cinder plinth. However, we need to get ourselves some ash piles before we're ready to actually use that, so I gotta read the book. And then I made the automatic hammer and dawnstone anvil. Can automatically deconstruct or repair your tools with different materials. Cool, exciting, good times. Claim and claim, good. All right, so ash. That is our next task. So for that, let's figure out how these things are. So you guys can go away. I'll put away the chest things for now. We'll open those up in a minute. Oh, I also crafted more ember shards off camera because that was easy. Remember I had 20-ish of those glass gems in my inventory? Yeah, I have 0 now. That's what happened to them. So, ash piles. So how do we make ash? Ancient Codex? These things all look like they are not ash related. Metallurgic constructs might be making ash. There we go. The cinder plinth is a small machine. Place any item into it with power with ember, and it will burn the item into block ash. It can often place the ash in a bin placed beneath it as well. Ash has several uses. Yada 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 yada. So let's do that. So let's stick this guy right here. Power it with a receiver. Get ready to hit it with the hammer. And magic time? Sweet. So like you're telling me I can just put cobblestone in there and you will turn it into ash? Yes, you will. Well, there you go. 16 ash. That is this quest. Cool. So while that's happening, this doesn't look like it's required, advanced ember transferring. That does look cool, though. It does look cool. But we do need is alchemy with embers. So how about we get ready to read the advanced version of this book? Transmutation, I presume, and that looked something like... What did that quest look like? Well, we're gonna find out now because we just completed our ash. So there you go. Sweet. Ash is done. So we got our ash. We got another one of those dudes. Now we have to make alchemy with embers. Oh, by the way, we can make ember modifiers now, but this will unlock the next two. The exchange tablet allows you to make more advanced embers items. The crafting process isn't simple, though. In the middle, you need to have an exchange tablet. On it, you have placed items. Near it, there needs to be pedestals. Every pedestal needs to be marked with an aspectus. Look up the recipe for whatever you want to make in JEI, put the corresponding items on the tablet, fill up the pedestals with the corresponding aspectae with an amount of ash between the amount shown, and fire the cannon at it. If the amount of ash was incorrect, you'll get alchemical waste that will tell you how much you were off by. I remember this thing. So exchange tablet and 5 alchemy pedestals. So exchange tablet... requires dawnstone, I'm sure, and we're a little bit low on dawnstone. So why don't I cook up? So I'm gonna do 5 here, and I'm gonna be ready to take care of this guy. So that'll cook real quick. In the meantime, let's grab some other stuff that I need, like you. I'm gonna make this one off camera, so we'll be right back. So there's the exchange tablet, and then we need 5 alchemy pedestals, which is hopefully not too expensive. Expensive enough. Not too bad, though. I can make that. Yeah, I should maybe have enough stuff on me right now to do that. Let's see. I feel like I might. I need to grab more copper out of here. So exchange needs copper blocks, and I need 5 of these, right? And then I'm going to need 10 dawnstone plates and 10 dawnstone. So I'm going to need a little bit more dawnstone than I currently have, right? Just get like 20 more dawnstone. Does that sound fair? So I'll be back in a minute when this is done smelting because it takes a few minutes to do. All right, looking good. So alchemy with embers, complete. Booyah. A little bit of off-camera crafting. Knock that guy out. So now you want me to make antimony and ignium reactors. All right, antimony can be used as a replacement for emeralds and villager trades. Ooh. To make it, you need an alchemical recombulator on the side of the top block of the mixer centrifuge and surround it with pedestals and aspecti. Oh my goodness, what is up? That sounds cool. Neat. Signet of antimony. All right, cool. And then the other thing is ignium. The ignium reactor consists of multiple embers machines running together. It allows you to produce more ember from your ember shards. So that's cool. Combustion chamber, ignium reactor, and catalyst chamber. Sweet. Combustion chamber. Yeah. Oh, ember crystal clusters. We're gonna need that. And that is an alchemy recipe. So let's look at that. So we need somewhere between 24 and 48. Wait, of these guys? Say that again? I need how many? Somewhere between 24 and 48. What? I think it's ash. Ash goes on there, not 24 to 48 of these. 24 to 48 ash, right? Pretty, almost certain that that's correct. Relatively very sure. So let's grab, like, you know, some cobble. We're going to drop stack of that in there. Boom. And you can, you know, cook more. Yeah. For a minute there, I thought it needed 24 to 48 of those aspecti guys, and I was like, oh, that ain't happening. But that is not what it needs, as I recall. It actually needs far less. So let's set up one of these alchemical doohickeys, right? Augment the transfer. And Catalyst, combustion, ignum reactor. There's that thing. Experimentation, ember clusters. Right. Okay. Ashen armor, combustion chamber, catalyst chamber. Beam cannon, right. Ember Alchemy is truly a marvelous discovery. The first key is Exchange Tablet. Right-click on its very faces to insert items into the respective slots. The next is the Alchemy Pedestal. These bear a spec die and can contain ash. For an alchemy recipe, place a pedestal for each needed aspectus about the tablet. Fill it with ash within the determined range and strike the tablet with the beam cannon. Okay. So let's do the Exchange Tablet first. And you're probably dropping ash all over the place, and that's fine. And then what? Does it matter where this thing hangs out at? I'm assuming it does. Okay, so that's cool. Now that Ember cluster thing was requiring some gunpowder in the recipe, so let's get a few of them. Should not be a problem because, you know, mob drops. So I don't know if it really super matters, but so like, nah, you're gonna take them all, aren't you? Right. So maybe the big one goes down first. There we go. And then it's like that, and then a gunpowder. Cool. And then we need a spec die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if this doesn't work right off the bat, I'm gonna have to Google it because I don't really remember how it works. And then what you're saying is, in order to make this, I need somewhere between 24 and 48 on the Dawnstone one and 24 to 48 on the copper one. So somewhere between 24 and 48. So let's do like 32 and 32 on here and here. And then we hit this guy with the beam cannon, right? That's what's up. And then we need the receiver dude. How are you doing on power? Pretty good. You might need to actually hit like that. There you go. And I'm assuming I redstone it to fire it. So let's see. I'm guessing that's what it is. Aim it by shift right clicking with a tinker hammer on a target block, then right clicking the cannon with the hammer. By shift right clicking with a tinker hammer on the target block. I'm assuming you're already aimed, so you're cool, right? Cool. So it says when it gets enough ember, it'll fire. I'm not seeing anything about a redstone signal. And I don't know how much ember it is to fire it. Anybody's guess. Hopefully it's 2,000. It is not 2,000. Maybe it does need a redstone signal. Womp womp. You have enough ember. Near it, there needs to be pedestals. Every pedestal needs to be marked with an asbestos. Look up the recipe for whatever you want to make in JI. Put the corresponding items on the tablet. Fill up the pedestals with the corresponding asbecti and the amount of ash between the amount shown in the fire cannon. You'll get alchemical waste. Right. So the Ember Cannon. Yeah, you should be shooting. Unless you're like too close. Really hope that's not it, because that would be silly, right? That would be silly. That would be very silly. What if we picked you up real quick? And you. I'm just going to move him back a little bit. One, two, three, 4. With the proper asbestos on top. And 32 ash. Because it's going to be somewhere between 24 and 40 and 30 and 48, and we have to kind of figure that out. So how come you don't want to fire a beam cannon? Oh, hello. Haha. So you're definitely aiming the right way. Okay, all of a sudden it just decided to start working. So I don't know what that's about. I'm assuming this will fail. And I'm assuming that... Yeah, all of a sudden it just started to fire. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna shoot the laser now. So all I did was shoot a laser here, and then this is happening. I think it's using up the ash piles in there. Okay, cool. Does that mean you're done? Copper ash piles getting used up. And we got alchemical waste. Copper inaccuracy 4, Dawnstone inaccuracy 15. That's kind of interesting, actually. So that means that I was off by 4 on copper and off by 15 on Dawnstone, right? So let's get more ash, because I'd like to... And I know we're like running out of time pretty rapidly here. I think I borrowed your thing, too, at some point. Make sure you're getting power. So it was 32 and 32, right? So that means it's probably 36 or 28 copper. And then 15 for Dawnstone, so that would be 37 or minus 15, which would be probably less than 24, right? So definitely 47 on the Dawnstone one. So let's come back in a minute here. I'm going to see how late we are on this episode. All right, so I'm going to go with a guess, right? So it's either 36 or 28 copper, because we were off by 4 on copper, right? So in the copper one, let's go with 28. And then it's probably 47 in the Dawnstone. Cool. And then we can try this again. So what we do is make a big Dawnstone bit. You guys weren't supposed to be there. One of these. So this guy in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then you just need a receptacle. And when you hit 1,000, you should fire. That's what I found by Googling. And as I was literally reading that, it just started shooting. I think the redstone lever is important. Hey, there it goes. Nice. So I'm going to break you to stop you sending power in. And I might as well reconnect that up so you keep making ash. And then we cross our fingers that we were right. So we're either going to get the Ember thing completed and we will know what we need to have, or it's going to say I was off by 8 on my copper, which means that we know we need 36 ash in the copper instead of 28 ash. Does that sound fair? I think I can do some of this alchemical waste. I can stamp it into an ash pile, but like, why would I waste my time? I don't know. So I'm going to put you over here, alchemical waste. So 8 off on copper, 8 off on copper. It was 36 copper. So so 47 is definitely the right amount for Dawnstone, right? Because it said I was off by 0 on Dawnstone. My copper inaccuracy, so that means it has to be 36 copper. And as you can see here, I kind of did a little bit of automation. So let's get another set of stuff, and then we're gonna wrap up the episode, and we'll come back next episode and like 100% wrap up Embers. So you're gonna go in here, mister, and then 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna need 36 for the copper. So I need 6 more. Pretty sure I don't actually need that alchemical waste, so I would, destroyed it. There we go. And that goes into the copper. So you've got 47. You need 36. You need Ember power back. And then when you fire, which should happen around 1,000. Oh, okay, yeah, way less. I think the redstone lever is definitely needed. So now what should happen is you guys should get used up, your ash piles. And we should see a completed recipe, and I'll get that Ember crystal cluster out of this. That sound cool? I'm getting the hang of it. I'm kind of remembering Embers. Kind of coming back to me a little bit, right? So we'll wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. We'll knock out the last few Embers quests. And then what quest line are we looking at doing next? That would be Industrial Revolution and Thermal Machinery. Sweet. And hey, as predicted, Ember Crystal Cluster. That's what's up. All right, guys. Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.